Welcome to Anime Recap, and in this series of video episodes, we will summarize the anime One Piece. Warning, this video contains spoilers. The series begins with a barrel floating in the water on a passenger ship. Two sailors spot the barrel and pull it in, but another sailor spots a pirate ship in the distance. The pirate ship, known as the Misloved Duck, fires its cannons and the barrel is knocked out of the sailor's hands. Panic ensues as the pirate ship attacks the cruise vessel, leading by Alvida. Kobe, a young boy who is essentially a slave of Alvida, sneaks into the kitchen and notices the barrel. The pirates try to attack him, but they are easily defeated and flee. Kobe and Luffy head to the ship's storage cellar and Luffy starts eating apples out of a crate. Luffy then explains how his dinghy was destroyed in a whirlpool and how he barely survived by jumping into the barrel. He then mentions his dream and wants to become the Pirate King, which causes Kobe to lose it, realizing that Luffy is a pirate. Alvida's pirates tell their captain that there is a barrel monster. Alvida bursts through the ceiling of the cellar and sees Luffy, mentioning how he is not Roro no Zoro. Luffy then asks who the fat lady is, infuriating Alvida. Alvida attacks, but Luffy picks up Kobe and launches himself out of the cellar and onto the deck. He is attacked by Alvida's pirates but knocks them out using a Gomu Gomu no rocket attack. Luffy explains that he is a rubber man who ate the Gomu Gomu no Mai. He wants to find One Piece and is currently looking for a crew, thinking that 10 people are good. Alvida asks Kobe who the most beautiful woman in the world is, and Kobe stands up for himself and yells that Alvida is a smelly, fat, old hag. Luffy uses a Gomu Gomu no pistol attack to send Alvida flying, defeating her with one hit. Luffy orders Alvida's remaining pirates to get a boat ready for him. Luffy and Kobe arrive at an island where a large marine base is stationed. Luffy climbs over the wall and spots Roro no Zoro tied to a cross. A little girl named Rika climbs over the wall with a ladder and offers some rice balls to Zoro. Helmeppo, son of Captain Morgan, arrives with several marine soldiers and eats one of Rika's rice balls. Luffy goes up to Zoro and asks him to join the crew, but Zoro rejects the offer and refuses to be freed. He then eats the flattened rice balls. Luffy and Kobe then meet with Rika in the town and Luffy mentions how Zoro loved the rice balls. One day, Helmeppo brings a vicious wolf into the town bar, but Zoro knocks it out to protect everyone inside. Helmeppo then convinces Zoro to have himself arrested in exchange for the people in the bar not being executed. Luffy, Kobe, and Rika walk into a restaurant and find Helmeppo talking about how he's going to execute Zoro the next day. Luffy punches him and Helmeppo runs off to complain to his father. Captain Morgan orders that Luffy be executed, so Luffy grabs Helmeppo and runs into the base, searching for Zoro's swords. Outside, Kobe is trying to untie Zoro and Nambi is sneaking around the marine base. Luffy drags Helmeppo into Helmeppo's room where the swords are. Captain Morgan and his soldiers surround Zoro and Kobe, and Morgan orders that they be both executed. Luffy leaps from the marine base and uses his rubber body to block the bullets and send them flying. When Zoro is shocked and asks who he is, Luffy responds that he is Monkey D. Luffy and that he will become the Pirate King. Luffy delivers Zoro's sword and demands that he choose between joining his crew or dying there. Captain Morgan realizes that Luffy must have eaten a devil fruit, and Luffy then hands the 3 swords to Zoro in exchange for Zoro joining his crew. Zoro accepts the terms, saying he cannot die yet and that he must fulfill his vow. Morgan orders the soldiers to attack, but Luffy uses Gomu Gomu no Muchi to wipe them out. This makes Morgan livid, so he declares that he is Axe Hand Morgan and will handle the job himself. Luffy accepts the challenge and charges at Morgan, but Morgan blocks with his axe. Luffy and Helmeppo engage in a great battle, with Luffy gaining the upper hand and knocking Morgan to the ground. Helmeppo then puts a gun to Kobe's head, ordering that Luffy stop attacking or else he will kill Kobe. Luffy uses Gomu Gomu no pistol to strike Helmeppo in the face and send him flying, but Zoro slashes him across the chest. Morgan collapses on the ground defeated, and Luffy, Zoro, and Kobe are surprised to see the Marines toss their weapons into the air in celebration of their captain's defeat. Later, Luffy, Zoro, and Kobe are in the town restaurant with Rika and her mom, and Rika asks where Luffy is headed next. Luffy replies that he is going to the Grand Line to find One Piece, and Kobe responds with horror. Even so, Luffy remains confident in his dream. The most important details in this text are that Luffy and Zoro are pirates, and the Marines order them to leave the island immediately. The townspeople are unhappy about this, but Lieutenant Ripper points out that they will not report them to Marine headquarters. Luffy and Zoro get ready to go, and Ripper asks if Kobe is with them. Kobe punches Luffy, causing Luffy to retaliate and punch Kobe. The Marines see Kobe is not with them and order them to leave. Outside, Luffy and Zoro climb into their boat, and as they set sail, the Marines salute them for saving the town. Later, Zoro asks Luffy why he wants to become the Pirate King so badly, and he replies that he made a promise to the man that gave him his straw hat, and that he will not break that promise. 3 pirates from Buggy's crew coming upon Nami stranded in a boat. Luffy and Zoro are hanging in their boat, drifting at sea, when Luffy's straw hat blows off of his head and flutters around through the air. Zoro then inquires about the hat's importance, which triggers a flashback showing Luffy's past. Young Luffy is in a bar filled with pirates, the crew of Shanks. Shanks makes fun of Luffy for being a kid, though Luffy thinks he's a man. Hikuma then kicks down the door and walks into the bar, ordering some sake. Shanks offers him a bottle, but Hikuma smashes it, claiming he is a wanted man with 8 million belly on his head. Luffy gets angry and eats a purple fruit in a small box, the Gomu Gomu no Mai. When Shanks notices this, he holds Luffy upside down and orders him till Luffy finds himself in trouble when he is attacked by Hikuma and his bandits outside. Makino runs to the mayor for help, who yells at the bandits to stop. Hikuma decides to kill Luffy, but Shanks and his crew arrive. Lucky Rook shoots one of the bandits through the head and kills him. More bandits charge at Shanks, but Ben Beckman steps forward and swings his rifle like a club, taking them all out. Hikuma, frightened, throws down a smoke bomb and makes his escape, taking Luffy with him. As Hikuma laughs at Luffy's plight, a big sea monster comes up behind him and devours him in one bite. Shanks stops the beast as it takes a bite and with one look drives the beast away. Luffy clutches Shanks and starts crying since Shanks' arm was bitten off by the creature. Shanks and his pirates pack up their ship and Luffy decides to become a pirate on his own. Shanks gives Luffy his straw hat and tells him to return it when he becomes a great pirate. On their boat, Luffy spots a pink bird in the sky and decides to eat it. Zoro paddles after it in a fury and comes upon the pirates that Nami left stranded earlier. They try to take over the boat, but Zoro gives them a beating and they end up having to row instead. The bird has flown over a nearby town and Nami is seen fleeing from Buggy's pirates with a map of the Grand Line. Buggy orders that the bird in the sky to be shot down and Luffy lands in front of her. Nami escapes by pretending Luffy is her boss. She invites Luffy after seeing him defeat Buggy's pirates with a Gomu Gomu no pistol. Luffy refuses, but Nami takes him to lunch. Nami says she will do anything to get 100 million belly while eating in an empty house, and Luffy discovers she is a navigator when she mentions stealing a Grand Line map from Buggy. She refuses to join Luffy's crew because she hates pirates. Nami ties up Luffy and brings him to Buggy as a goodwill gesture. Luffy is caged. Buggy throws Nami a party after she returns the stolen map and joins his crew. The Buggy Ball, a massive cannonball, destroys a row of houses at the party. He orders Nami to blow Luffy up with a Buggy Ball. Nami can't do it, but one of Buggy's pirates takes the matches and goes for the cannon. Nami knocks him out with her wooden staff. However, Nami grabs the fuse with her bare hands to put it out and declares that she hates pirates and will not stoop to their level. Zoro defeats Buggy's goons. Buggy attacks Zoro as the pirate hunter. Buggy's hand floats over to Zoro and stabs him. Buggy rises, whole again. Buggy says he's separated by eating Bara Bara no Mai. Infuriated, Buggy throws a knife at Luffy, who catches it between his teeth. Zoro chases Buggy and they fight. Zoro runs to the cannon and flips it to point at Buggy and his crew. As the episode ends, Nami ignites the cannon, which fires a Buggy bomb at the Buggy pirates.